Hi guys, Zach here with another Command & Conquer Red Alert video. In this video I'm doing a troll game on the map Hamburger Hill. I'm starting in the middle left position, playing as the Allies. So, as normal, the rules of this game is going to be no tanks. I'm also going to allow artillery though, but because I'm allowing artillery, I'm going to be banning Pillboxes and Tanyas in this game, so we're going to be able to use artillery. We're not going to be able to use rangers, we're not going to be able to use tanks. So those are the units I'm banning for myself. And I'm in the middle left position on Hamburger Hill. It's a decent-ish position depending on where other players are. Obviously it's not good if there's going to be a player directly above me and directly below me, but we'll soon find out. One of the reasons it's an alright position, I guess, is because it's got the gems, but it's a little bit more central than I would like. And I'm just sending some scouts straight away, one going right to the top and one going right to the bottom, just to see if there's any teams close to me. I can see Cyan up there. Cyan's in a pretty tricky position for me because he's at the other side of the bridge, and on the left side of the bridge there's some gems I'd like to collect. So what I need to decide now is, do I want to expand towards Cyan and risk a confrontation, which is quite hard when you're doing troll games because you want a bit of time to build up, or do I want to expand downwards or upwards? Upwards, I mean, there's a big ore patch there, and it sort of separate the sides, like Cyan will be on the other side of the ore patch, I'll be at one side. It's just how much confrontation do I want that to have early on? And now I'm getting my second war factory out, and I'm just having a bit of a look around, see where I want to go exactly. But I think downwards might be like a good option at this point, because there's plenty of like ore patches down there. And I'm going to build a service depot as well, because one of the things I need to do is get out more construction yards so I can increase that building speed and get those turrets laid down quickly. Because I want to be ready if Cyan come for a tank attack at some point. And artillery, and they're not great, let's say, at defending against tanks at all. They've got too low HP, so they get taken out very, very easily. Although they can do decent damage, but they need to have something like sort of like to tank to take the damage, like maybe like turrets or something in front of them, and then they might be effective. But on their own, artillery do very poorly. And now we've got our radar dome, so we can have a bit of a look at what the other teams are doing. And that's my first extra MCV. So that's going to double my structure building speed, so I'm going to build twice as quickly. The only issue is at the moment is that my economy isn't great. And now we can see Cyan there with a medium tank, and that could mean there's going to be danger soon. And I've got that second construction yard MCV out. The only issue is at the moment I don't have the economy to utilise that increased building speed, and that's one of the things. If you have multi MCV, you need to have a good economy, otherwise it's not going to be any use whatsoever. And I think I could see Cyan there building some defensive structures. Obviously they're not going to matter at this stage, so I'm okay with that. And I'm just obviously expanding downwards with these small power plants, and I'm going to be getting to this next ore patch, which is right at the bottom, and this should really start to boost up my economy, and then I can like sort of expand up to the top of the map, and I'll be sort of like right across the left side of the map. The only issue is that I could be like attacked from different angles. That's the only thing, but you do really need to expand. If you keep in the same place, what's going to happen is all your ore trucks are going to use the ore in one place, and it's not going to be very good. And we can see that Pink have been taken out of the game, so they're out of the game, and maybe an early attack from one of the other players. We don't have too much map visibility at the moment, so we don't know where that's coming from, and we don't know where the other remaining player is, whether he's in like the bottom right or the top right. But we're getting another construction yard out there to just increase our building speed, and now we're going to be mining off that ore patch, which is going to give our economy a big boost. But as we say that, we can see that green are coming and Cyan at the same time, so it's like a double attack here from different sides of the base, so this could be a very dangerous position for me at the moment, and we're going to have to see if we're able to defend. You can see Cyan coming in. He's also got some rocket troopers, and the problem is turrets don't do very well against infantry, but I And you can see now that green are inside my base also. So this isn't going well for me at all. But cyan and green both attacking my buildings, and they're not fighting each other, it appears, at the moment. So what I'm going to do is just try and keep on laying these turrets down, get as many as possible, and make sure that one of these MCVs stays alive, so I can still build buildings afterwards. Or one of my war factories, for that matter. You can see my economy is doing quite well at the moment, but they have managed to do quite a bit of damage, and one of my war factories does go down. And I think that's the attack defended for the moment. But we can see there's a green missile launcher there. We'll be able to take him out, and also green dropping some paratroopers, which is a bit of an issue because at least I've got some infantry there to defend that. So let's get rid of that missile launcher because it can do quite a bit of damage if I let it. They're very good missile launchers against buildings. And now what I'm doing is I'm getting some artillery out. I've got like a little turret wall in this like the main part of my base. And hopefully the artillery will be able to provide a little bit more defence behind the turret wall if I do get attacked. So I'm just like making like a safe point just in case this bomb part gets taken out. And now I'm going to build another couple of construction yards because like buildings like I guess ore refineries outside the main part of my base and like radar dome, power plants, war factories, they can all be replaced. It's just my construction yards I need to keep safe. I need to have at least one construction yard alive, so I can keep on building things at least one like ore refinery. I've got that like ore refinery in the main part of my base. So yeah, we're just having a look now and seeing if green are coming for another attack. And let's see where they're going to go. Are they going to go for the main part of my base, or are they going to go for my bottom part? I've got my war factory back up there, and they're going back into my main part of the base. This time, though, I do have more turrets ready, so hopefully we'll be able to take out these tanks a bit quicker this time. But he is taking his tanks to the left side, which is a bit less defended, although some of them have gone to the right as well. I've just moved that construction yard there. And it looks like he's going to go for my war factory, but it looks like that war factory is going to stay alive. So I've managed to survive for the time being. I just need to make sure I keep up on power because these turrets are using quite a lot of power. Hence why I'm getting low on power quite a lot. And now what I'm trying to do is just expand to this top part a little bit, just to get another point where I can get more resources. If I get both turret and artillery production going, then I will need a lot of resources. And obviously I was pushed off the gems next to Cyan's base. And you can see there's some more paratroopers from green taking out one of my ore refineries. So I'll probably need to replace that, but I'm going to need to also provide defence at this top part. Because you can see that Cyan is mining on the same patch, so he might go for an attack on that part of my base. And there you can see I've got my extra construction yards and green doing a little bit of scouting there. So that might tell me that he might be having an air force, so I do have to be careful. And now you can see Cyan coming in with the tank attack. I thought that might happen, so at least I've got some more MCVs out, so I'm going to be, once I've deployed them, I'm going to have a faster building speed. I'm going to be able to build more of these turrets more quickly, but you can see now, right now, I'm getting pushed back. And I'm just going to try and take some of these artillery in maybe, but you can see Cyan now falling back. I think he's going for... Yeah, we have to see what he's deciding to go for. But now we're going for a little attack on Cyan's base. We'll have to see how effective this is. He's got some medium tanks there. What we'll try and do is we'll try and take out some of his economy while we're at it. But you can see my economy now is starting to struggle. And it's because I'm losing ore refineries at a lot of places. And what I didn't notice is that green is at the bottom because he's obviously taken out my radar dome a little. Well, I didn't have my radar dome is still there, but I was low on power, so I did lose map visibility for a little bit. And now I'm just trying to get these turrets out and take out these missile launchers. What I'm going to need to do though is get my economy back on track. So I've got quite a decent defence in this middle part of the base, but what we can see is that one of my other ore refineries has been taken out, so I don't think I've got any ore refineries actually at the moment, so I'm just checking I've got nothing on build. I'm going to need to sell up and be able, so I can afford that ore refinery there. And now we'll just start getting them emptied. And then I'll be getting my next ore refinery. You can see all my ore trucks clustered around the bottom there at the moment. So I just need to get those resources and hold out for the time being and hopefully be able to get my economy back on track. It's put me in a little bit of a difficult position at this point. And I do have that war factory on low HP, but getting my economy sorted first is more important at this point in time. And now I've got another ore refinery to place, which is going to put me in a better position. But we could see those planes, those MiGs, I could see them from the radar dome going and attacking buildings. So I'm going to need to build some Rocketeers. The only problem is my economy isn't great at the moment and Rocketeers are quite expensive. So that's not great.
Yes, sir.
But you can see my economy is, now that I've got 2 ore refineries, it should be a little bit better. And you can see there, Cyan. Let's see, is this an engineer rush or something? Or is he just doing some scouting? But I think it'll be, it could be a Tanya, actually. Yeah, looks like it's Tanya, and yeah, doing some damage there, unfortunately. We need to take that Tanya out, and we just managed to do it. Because Tanyas can do a lot of damage if they're allowed to roam free. And those turrets might take a little bit of a while to take out a Tanya out. But if I get enough of them, they should provide some defence and maybe even like stop the APC, because if the APC gets destroyed while the Tanya's inside, then that's going to wipe them out. But yeah, we can see those MiGs just keep on coming in. They've also gone to the bottom of the base as well and took out an ore refinery there. And that's the issue. I just don't have the... I've got rocket troopers in the top part of my base, my main part of my base, but not in this bottom part. And what I'm going to need to try and do when I get the opportunity is to build a tech centre. But I just need to make sure I have plenty of power. Because what a tech centre allows me to do is allow me to build gap generators. I just need to find the right time and make sure I don't lose all my economy while I'm doing it, and also lose this part here. But you can see before I need to defend this before I can build the tech centre, and you can see these he's got missile launchers, he's got tanks coming in, and this is going to be a hard fight. Let's see what we can do here. We do have quite a few turrets already here, but not enough here to defend against this, and it looks like they're going to get that ore refinery down once again. But those 2 tanks will go down no problem now, and it doesn't look like he's got much elsewhere. But as you can see, yet again, he's taken out another ore refinery with his MiGs. So I'm just building one of those for now, trying to... And we've got a spy plane at that top part, so his MiGs might be going up there very shortly. And we can see some... yeah, some paratroopers up there. They're probably going to be able to take that out maybe, but I'm just getting this one up and running again so I can get some rocket troopers out here, because there's quite a lot of ore trucks down there, so I do need to sort of protect that. And unfortunately the turrets don't provide a great deal of defence. Like, turrets are really good against tanks, so when we're defending against those heavy tanks, while we were defending against Cyan earlier, those turrets do provide a great defence. And what the turrets aren't very effective against, and you can see yet again that ore refinery has gone down. But we do have more rocket troopers there, so at least we must be taking some of the MiGs out. So he's going to have to keep on replacing more and more MiGs, and that's quite costly. So eventually I'm going to get there to a point where I've got so many rocket troopers on the map that it's going to be it's not going to be feasible for him to keep on attacking with the MiGs. I just need to get those rocket troop numbers up. You can see there a spy plane going over there. But if he sends MiGs over there, there's some rocket troops there, so they'll take a few of them out. So we'll just have to wait and see for the time being. I'm just waiting to get this extra ore refinery up again. So around this point here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this opportunity now that my economy is a bit more stable to build a tech centre. And I can start getting my gap generators up, which will make things a lot easier. So I'll just get it up there. It'll also give me satellite if I wait long enough. And that gives me full map visibility. And I want to see the rest of the map to see where I can expand to. Obviously, I know that green is somewhere in the bottom middle or bottom right. But once I can see where exactly he is, I know where I can expand to. And if I'm going to be able to do anything. So yeah, I'm just getting these gap generators out now. And you can see those paratroopers coming in. But I'm going to be able to defend that ore refinery. It depends whether he's got MiGs on his way, because he will have uncovered that part of the map. And now just, making sure I have enough power. And just having a bit of a look around, trying to stabilise. And what I'm doing now is I'm expanding towards that like bottleneck to the right of my base, because if I can get lots of turrets there, it's going to be a lot easier to defend. And you can see my economy is starting to do quite well again. And now we can see a missile launcher coming in just as I try to expand. And also a heavy tank there as well. Let's see how many forces he's starting to build in. There's a lot more heavy tanks coming in. And this is quite a decent force compared to the last lot. And they're just running past me at the moment. Let's see, are they going for the main part of my base? It does look like that's possibly where they're heading to. Although I do have a lot of turrets here, which will hopefully be able to provide a decent defence. And you can see those heavy tanks now starting to be taken down. But they are going for my tech centre, which does go down. So that's going to obviously halt my satellite production. I'm going to need to start again with that. But he did lose a lot of like heavy tanks there. And it didn't really provide him much benefit at all. So that was I think that was a bit of a mistake on his part, really. Yeah, it's annoying that I have to build a tech centre and I'm going to need to wait for satellite again. But he's lost a lot of units doing that, so it was probably beneficial for me overall. And there's some comments from Green on the game. I'll expand them on the screen just so you can see them. And because I know quite a lot of people who watch this do watch by mobile, so I might not be able to see them if I don't expand. But yeah, he said it's easy. Well, I guess it is sort of like on easy mode because I am trolling the game, so it's not going to be as... It's obviously not like fighting like me playing normally. And you can see Cyan there, he's got a lot of tanks, he's got some infantry coming here, and let's see how my turrets do against them in big, large numbers. I mean, they're killing them, I guess, slowly but surely, just not the greatest, really. Pillboxes are a lot more effective, but now I'm just starting to do a bit of the... yeah, he's got some rocket troopers there, that's the thing as well. Rocket troopers can, like, absolutely annihilate those turrets, and there you can see my ore refinery once again getting destroyed by planes, but it's because he had like some paratroopers, so obviously my ore refinery was visible. It wasn't hidden by that gap generator, but it will be now until he gets more paratroopers. But it's a lot easier now that he can't attack as often. And just getting a few more power plants up, just to keep my power high. And now losing that ore truck there to those medium tanks from Cyan. So he sort of like got control of that gem patch. The thing is, though, there's not too many gems that left there, so it's not too vital. And just getting another ore truck on this ore patch here to the top left of the map. And just trying to get a little bit of a turret crawl, just destroy some of those turrets from the Cyan. But Cyan now is taking up his heavy tanks, medium tanks, and this could be dangerous because I don't have, like, I've got a lot of turrets, but I don't have that many. Not to like survive, like the turrets, like, yeah, they're great against tanks, but when you've got mass tanks, obviously like this, it's not gonna, they can like overpower it. Although it does look like Cyan is losing a lot of casualties, but you can see Cyan also using his own turrets in the mix, which complicates things, but I think I can build my turrets a lot faster. But what you can see is my economy is starting to dwindle, and that's going to limit my building speed. So yeah, we managed to win this for now, but I'm completely broke at the moment in terms of funds to buy more turrets. And now I've got full map visibility. And I must say, I'm pretty surprised because I thought Green was going to be all over the right side of the map. But from what I can see, he's only got 2 sections of base. And now we can see the parts that Cyan are in as well. Cyan's got 2 sections of base as well. So they're nowhere near as expanded across the right side of the map as I thought they would be. And that means I'm going to have a lot more opportunity to expand than I thought I would. And you can see me losing... Yeah, I've just been losing ore refineries all game. But what I think I'm going to be able to start doing now is I'm going to really be able to start pushing into the right side. And if I can get this economy really start getting it going, what's going to happen is I'm going to start building quicker than like Green and the other teams can take things out. Because once the economy starts going with multi-MCV, it can become unstoppable eventually. And now you can see that that heavy tank there, and Green's got some heavy tanks coming in. I'm just going to need to get this turret wall up, because obviously he's going to go for those ore refineries. He's only got 4 tanks, so, and this may not be enough. Yeah, you can see those turrets taken out, but they do get taken out by the MiGs. So I'm just going to put a gap generator there just to protect my other one. So they'll know I've got an ore refinery there, but they won't be able to see it. And I'm just going to build another ore refinery there, and I'm just going to expand towards where Green is. And just getting like gap generators out as well. But those missile launchers look like going to take out that. Well, it looked like they were going to take out that ore refinery. I just managed to save it. But we do see a spy plane, which means the MiGs are going to come and, of course, take it out after the fact. So, yeah, they did manage to get that out eventually, but we're managing to go forwards. And you can see how good my economy is right now. It's really, like, turned on now that I've just got, like, those extra ore refineries. And now I'm pushing towards the right side of the map. But you can see Green is on the retaliation. He's got heavy tanks. He's got missile launchers. He's got a fair few from his base. So we're going to need to see if we can defend against this. We're in a bit of a tricky position because we haven't built up defences around this area yet. But what I'm doing first is moving forward. So I'm going to be taking out his missile launchers from the back. And yeah, you can see those tanks like now they're damaged. And they're trying to go further into my base. And as I slowly progress through my base, they get more and more damaged. And eventually they just dwindle. So there's basically nothing left. But now I'm building my artillery and I'm building my ore refineries. I'm also going to be building gap generators with them just to make it a bit more difficult for my opponent to start like attacking things with his MiGs. You can see he's going for some of my base structures at the moment. So I'm just going to build though closer to his base. And let's see what he tries to do here. We can see he does have Tesla inside his base, which could do a lot of damage. So I'm going to need to be very careful here with what I do. And what I might try and do is just like pull back. And now you can see those heavy tanks coming forwards. But I do have a lot of turrets to defend with. And I don't see them doing too much damage. He's also got some infantry with them, which will probably cause a little bit of more of a problem, weirdly enough. But we can see now Green doing a Tesla crawl. We'll have to see, is he going to Tesla crawl right to my base? If he does, that might be a little bit of a problem. And it also depends on how many MCVs he's got, because that will determine how fast he's able to build Tesla. And how fast he'll be able to build flame towers. I mean, flame towers aren't going to be like a great choice here because I have turrets, and turrets do quite well against flame towers. It's sort of like the turrets that don't. It's the pillboxes that don't do well against flame towers. And now I'm getting to this gem patch here, and that's going to be very good for in terms of resources because you can see my resources are slightly low, and that's because I've been building all those turrets. So that gem patch is going to provide a good resource for me. And we'll have to look at where we want to attack next. I'm also next to the lake now, so I will be able to build some boats if I need to in the future, which I think I'm going to do now because I want to just cause some disruption to Cyan's base, and that's going to be in a form of cruisers. Because I don't want to leave like Cyan just to like sit there all the time, because I'm like fighting Green a lot, but if Cyan just sit there, they'll be able to build up a decent army. So I do need to make sure I apply a bit of pressure to Cyan as well as Green. And what I'm thinking about now is I'm just wondering if Green's regretting his words earlier about the game being so easy, because now it looks like the tables are starting to turn. I've expanded a long way across the right side of the map, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to be seeing if I can take out that outer base for Green, so just cut off his resources from that base. But yeah, you can see I've got good resources there, and now Green going with his paratroopers for that ore refinery. I'm just waiting for the MiGs to come. They don't seem to have come yet, so I don't know if he's got distracted by something else, possibly. But that seems to be safe for now. And what I'm trying to do is I was trying to find if there was a way across those cliffs, but it looks like there might not be. And now I'm going to have to just crawl around, which is a bit longer, but at least I've got the faster building speed, so it's not like going to take me too long. Not, but yeah, it's gonna like irritate him, and it's gonna result in him taking more heavy tanks out the main part of his base, and I'm gonna lose that gap generator, which is going to mean he's going to have map visibility. But let's see how we do against these heavy tanks. We've got quite a few turrets there, and if he keeps on moving those tanks forwards, he's going to hit another turret wall, so he's getting bombarded by both directions. He's lost a couple of those 5 tanks, and it looks like these other tanks are going to go down pretty quickly. But now he's bringing some... he's not using MiGs anymore now. He's using these machine gun planes. I don't even know what they're called, actually, so... but they do have machine guns attached. They do a lot less damage against buildings, so that's not going to be dangerous for me at all. So that actually helps us that he's building those instead. And now we've got quite a few cruisers on that middle lake, and that's going to cause Cyan a bit of a headache, because we're going to start attacking his main part of his base. And you can see he's got some medium tanks up there. I didn't even realise they were attacking my base, but now I've realised. And yes, Green's still building those. Oh, he's actually taken out a building using them. And now, yes, I am trying to build a naval yard, but I was quick to get rid of that. And we're going to have to get rid of these silos and any buildings close to the water, so he can't build structures there. And also taking out that bridge, which is probably a good thing for us, because it means there's less places that Cyan can attack my main base from. And we'll have to go from the top area. And in my main base now, I do have a lot of artillery, just to provide that bit of extra defence. And now we can see that Cyan is coming down with a few tanks, but there's just not enough tanks there really to do. I'm not too worried here, but you can see those tank numbers are starting to build up. He's brought more from his base, and it's a bit serious now for him, I guess, because I am taking out some of his main buildings probably there, but those medium tanks being taken out, and it's just not enough. And now we can see that Green has got the Tesla crawl going up at the top of the map now as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and crawl upwards with my power plants, and I'm going to start building in the main part of his base. We can see there's a Tesla coil there. The thing is, though, that those Tesla don't fire automatically, so I will be able to get turrets into his base, and if I can sort of use them a bit more effectively, I might be able to take some of those Tesla out without receiving too much damage. My artillery army is looking quite big now. I just need to be careful that I don't waste it, because if I put them ram them straight into tanks, then those artillery will be lost very, very quickly. I'm building another service depot so I can continue to build MCVs, because I can't build them anymore since I did. I'm just preparing for this attack here. But you can see that Cyan has taken out that war factory that was located close to Green's base. I'm just going to build another one there. And yeah, just having a bit of a look around the map now, just to see. But it does look like I'm in quite a comfortable position at the moment. Looks like Cyan has sent in some troops maybe against Green, I don't know, in that top right position. But yeah, I'm just going to get rid of that so I can build that oil refinery. And now I've got a gap generator there just to provide a bit of shadow. And yeah, it's seeming to be a little bit quiet now. I think Green will be, looking at my attack, be preparing for my attack on his base to the top right. What I need to be careful of as well is that Tesla crawl and how close it gets to my base, because those Tesla will be able to do a lot of damage if they get close enough. And now I've got those construction yards, or those MCVs produced. I'm going to be... Oh, and he's got some missile launchers in with the defence. So we'll send these turrets up, and we'll see if he's very good at clicking on his Tesla coils to fire on them. It looks like I'm okay at the moment. He was actually low on power there, so he's had to delete one of those, or sell one of those Tesla coils, and now we're just trying to do the attack on them. And you can see those Tesla coils losing the HP and will be going down. Usually Soviets do have a bit better defence when it comes to base defence fights, like Teslas and flame towers will usually beat turrets and pillboxes, even though I can't build pillboxes here. The difference here though is that he has less MCVs than I do, so it's going to take a lot longer for him to build structures. So even though he's able to build Teslas, which are a lot more powerful than my turrets, it's taken him so long to build them that I'm able to just outnumber them. And he's got flame towers there, but flame towers are notorious for being weak against turrets. That's what people use to defend the base crawl from Soviet players early on. If they're building flame towers, then the other team will build turrets, and turrets do trade really well. And now just getting a few more construction yards out just so I can get an even faster building speed on those turrets. What I'm going to obviously need to do though at the same time is build a gap generator just to make sure that they're not visible. Otherwise they could be going down even though the MiGs are gone now. But now we can see that Cyan is coming into the main part of my base with medium tanks, and it looks like he's been able to push a bit further this time. But my economy is looking very, very good, so I'm going to be able to, well, I would be able to build some like structures, a bit like more turrets, but you can see it's lagging out a little bit, so the game isn't responding to my clicks. So we're just going to need to hope that we're able to take out this tank mass with what we've got. But you can see I've got just a whole load of turrets there, and that'll be able to defend against that.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
And as those tanks come out, we'll like get into normal game speed again, and you can see it's now starting to work. I'm able to place buildings again, and it's back to normal. Sometimes it just gets a bit laggy when there's a lot of movement on the map from different players, and we've got these power plants up at the top, but they're going down. But we managed to get our turrets there and start building them, and we're going to be able to destroy these base defences right now. And it looks like that Tesla's going to go down, and they've got the flame tower. He's got another Tesla up as well, but you can just see we're able to build these turrets so fast that he's not going to be able to really respond in time. And that goes down as well. And there's also, of course, this flame tower that's going to go down very quickly. So we're able to expand, and we're really knocking green out of that top right position. So that's his base gone from there now. So Cyan's still got two bases, one in the top right and one in the top middle. And green's reduced to one base now in the bottom right position. And green is very trapped in that bottom right position. But now Cyan is coming in with another tank attack. He seems to have more tanks this time, and I'm able to, it's not lagging as much as last time, well, not yet anyway, so I'm able to build a few defences down and place them, and now those medium tanks attacking my turrets. But the question is, am I going to be able to hold? I've also got my artillery in, doing a little bit of damage here as well with the turrets. So hopefully we're going to be able to destroy those medium tanks, but it doesn't look like they're going to get too far. And you can see they get going on low HP, and are slowly and surely being taken out. But yeah, a bit of lagging there, but those medium tanks going down. And now we're going to go for our turrets and an attack on the base of Cyan in the top right. Because what I want to make sure is I attack both green and Cyan. Because I don't want one player to be left. But now green forcing my hand in the bottom right position. The thing about green though is his base in the bottom right has ran out of ore. And he can't push upwards because my base is there, which he's trying to do now. And he can't push to the left because my base, actually I think some of his ore refineries, ore trucks are going there to the left ore patch, so he might have been able to push out a little bit. But now I'm going to go into his base. And as he said earlier, he thinks this is easy mode, so I think he might be getting a bit annoyed now. And yeah, those planes not doing too much damage here. But now we've got the turrets inside his base, and what I'm just trying to do is try and get them established and to be able to take out his tanks. And once we've got turrets around his war factories, that means any units he produces will just be taken out instantaneously, unless he builds base defences to take out my base defences. But even then, I don't think he'll have a fast enough building speed in order to do that. And those planes coming in, I've just remembered those planes with machine guns, they're called Yaks. I don't think I've ever built them before because, well, it's just not worth it really. I've probably built it at some point in time, but the Yaks don't do much damage at all. They're one of those units that you never actually get seen used in normal games, but they have been used here, and my turret mass is just building up. You can see the other player trying to use a Tesla here, but he doesn't have a fast enough building speed. What he needs is more construction yards in order to build those Tesla faster, and then, even then he'd need a really good economy in order to do that, which he doesn't have because he did build that outer base, but now that's gone. He's not going to have that anymore. he could have earlier on in the game maybe got expanded a lot more on the right side of the map, and if he'd got all over the right side of the map, he could have had a booming economy and then really used the increased building speed. But now it's over for him. You can see my turrets all through his base, and there's nothing he can do, and he taps out. And I won't repeat his comments, but I'll just let you see them on the screen by editing the video, so they appear in large. You can see he's a bit distasteful in the end. Right, let's see what we've got now. We've got Cyan left. He's got 2 bases. He's got one in the top middle, and he's got one in the top right. The thing is, I've got control of most of the map, and since I've control of most of the map, I've got control of most of the ore. But you can see the ore from the left side of the map is completely gone now. And I think I don't think there'll be a lot of ore around Cyan's main base, but now we're going into his top right base. You can see there's a good ore patch in the top right position. So I want to stop him from mining from there and just destroy that and then take it for my own. And if I can take out this base here, then I'll have complete control of the right side of the map, and Cyan will be isolated to that top middle part. But you can see some medium tanks coming through now. He's trying to save this outer base. Is that going to be enough medium tanks? I don't think it. Well, some more are coming in behind them, so we'll have to wait and see. I'm just laying out as many turrets as I can, and you can see slowly but surely those medium tanks are getting worn down, and it doesn't look like he's going to have the numbers to defend. And even if he did have the numbers just to push me back a little bit, I'd just come back later on. So yeah, it looks like those medium tanks are going to go down, and once those medium tanks go down, I'll just be able to destroy all the buildings on this side of the map. The main thing he's going to lose from that top right position is the economy, because he's got a couple of ore refineries, and that's why he probably expanded there in the first place, to get the economy. But as we say that, he's going to the left side of the map to do another attack on me with those medium tanks. Let's see if we can take these down. We've got artillery helping us here, but here comes in a nuclear blast, and it kills a lot of my artillery. So most of my artillery taken out by that nuke. You don't see many of them in these types of games, but there you go. That it did happen that time, and I'm just going to rebuild those artillery and build up some more defensive turrets, which are taking out those medium tanks. And Cyan there telling me that my building style is annoying, but at least he's a bit more polite than the other player was. But now we've taken control of the top right position. It looks like all of Cyan's units gone. I think we've destroyed his ore trucks, and it's just the buildings to get rid of now. The thing is, the turrets, what they'll do is the turrets will attack like enemy units automatically, but when it comes to buildings, they don't. It looks like this game is going to be over relatively soon, possibly. I've got another tech centre down because I've lost map visibility, and now we're taking out that ore refinery, so I'm going to be able to replace my own ore refinery there and start using the resources in this top right position. So I've pretty much got the whole map now. I've got all the resources across the map, and that puts Blue in a very difficult position. And he wrote some more comments in the comment box. He said that's not Command and Conquer style. He said you can finish, I tap out. But he's not leaving, so I don't know what he's doing. I think he might just be like going AFK. So overall, the game was quite tricky. We lost pink quite early on. I think they must have got taken out by green, possibly, going to the top right position, possibly. I don't know. I obviously didn't see what happened there, but I'm going to assume that's what happened. And then green went on to attack me, and it was really strange, because like Cyan and green, they attacked me at the exact same time. So I was getting attacked at two fronts, and that's what really pushed me back. Also, green, after I'd lost a lot of my economy, green got MiGs. And when green started to attack me with MiGs, and he was attacking my economy, it was making my economy bad, so I couldn't build the defences, and I was just using all my resources to try and get the economy back on track. So that took quite a while to get that together. And obviously I was getting attacked every so often by Cyan. I was getting attacked by tanks and missile launchers every so often by green. Green was being a bit cocky, I guess, in the mid-game, saying it was easy, but obviously came to regret that at the end. When, yeah, you obviously saw his comments on that, so, but, yeah, we're just doing a bit of a crawl now into Cyan's base. He's definitely gone AFK, and just gonna destroy the remaining buildings. And yeah, those ore trucks going down. Actually, it taps out right now. So that is that. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.